I like guns.
Now we're talking. Pistols are where it's at, specifically revolvers.
As I've gotten older, I've started to enjoy more revolvers, which is weird. It's concerning. It's concerning that I never really cared about revolvers, but like I'm getting older and now I'm like, yeah, revolvers are kind of cool actually.
So what are we working with today?
Got anything cool today? We got anything cool? I'm going to limit myself to
14.
One gun. One gun today.
Oh, that's good. That's
one gun.
That's self-control right there.
I'm gonna limit myself to one gun. I'm gonna look through what we got. There's a MP7. There's a Lewis gun. I already have the anti-armor rifle. Anti-personnel rifle. That might be kind of neat. Auto revolver. Oh, is it a Mateba? Oh, I might need to get a Mateba again. I miss my Mateba.
Possibly, yeah. Bullpup assault carbine.
Yeah, I might need the AUG.
Alright.
Assault shotgun, huh? Man, I should not have restricted myself to one gun because there are several here. There's an LSW and an L85? Come on, and a WA2000? Why did I restrict myself to one gun? That was stupid. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. And you haven't even got to the C's yet.
Oh boy, enhanced battle rifle. Oh my god, it's an M14. This is gonna be a piece of shit. I'm restricting myself to one gun, but there's no limit on guns I can buy for you.
You're not buying anything for me. That's not
I'm buying you a gun.
It's not even a loophole.
I'm gonna buy you a gun and me a gun. Oh, it's an M16A2.
Yep. Almost exactly what I'm familiar with.
Cut it out, will you?
You shoosh. Damn, I kind of want to keep the M16A2. I fucking love the M16A2.
It's great.
M16A2 is so cool.
So solid.
I don't like how the sights are installed on this.
No, not a fan.
No, I don't like how they're on there.
So high up, you mean?
Yeah, I don't like that it's a AUG that someone put Troy sights on, but you know what? I love the AUG so much, I'm going to use it in this configuration.
Oh, wow.
If I could put a red dot sight on it, I would. Maybe I can buy a red dot sight for it. Ooh, I'm gonna try. Anyway, here.
I doubt it.
Look, Mike, you got an M16A2 again!
Oh, I'm so happy to have this
Yay!
again. So familiar with this weapon. Yeah, you said you were only gonna get one gun.
From back there, I was only gonna get one gun, but now I can get a gun from him, like this police submachine gun in 10mm. I can buy that. That's totally okay. That is an MP5. It says it's in 10mm, but I don't know if that's accurate. Yeah, this would be a very early MP5 that is using Colt SMG mags? What the fuck? Backwards pointed Colt SMG mags. This magazine is pointed backwards. I know because that ridge going down the center of it would normally be on the front of the magazine. It's an MP5 that's taking a Colt SMG mag for some reason. Doesn't have a tri-lug on it, but still has a threaded muzzle with a muzzle protector. Oh, that's goofy.
Hello.
Hi. Nice machine gun. I don't know where you got a PKM, but I'm here for it. I also have a PKM. Would you like to go be PKM friends in a room somewhere privately away from everyone else?
Would you like to touch our PKMs together?
Would you like to touch PKMs? Hi.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
I want to look at your gun. Let me look at your...
Ooh.
What in the actual hell is that thing? Why is it a Sten gun, 50 caliber anti-material with a grenade launcher rear sight, side-mounted magazine? I want that! Give
Monster
me!
of the East, huh? Well, I got the Monster of the West in my holster right now.
Give it!
It's military issue. I don't think he's allowed to do that.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I never got yelled at for trying to trade my M4 for other military's firearms. Listen, 171, let me see that. What in the hell is this? Okay, so this literally is... This quite literally is a Sten gun, but big. The extractor is identical, the magazine is identical, but big.
It's a very long Sten gun, eh?
It's a really, really big Sten gun.
Okay. Ka-chink.
Okay, in theory, a semi-automatic Sten gun in 50 BMG would work in theory.
Right.
But because it is blowback operated on the Sten gun, and the only thing holding it in battery is the weight of the bolt and the recoil spring, I don't know how many Newton meters of weight you would need to hold a 50 BMG shut until it has exited the barrel. But it's going to be, I think, it's going to be a lot more than one person is capable of pulling the charging handle back on. Like, it's going to be probably like a couple 100 pounds of weight.
I believe in you. You can do it. You seem strong.
I mean, that's a 50. All right, let's reload it. I manipulate that a little bit too fast for my own comfort. What? This is so weird.
If you don't like that, you shouldn't have taken all the rapid reload perks.
It's so good. I'm imagining the massive weight of this spring, right? And then someone goes to disassemble it, and the way you disassemble the Sten gun is you push in on that little circle down there. You push in on that, and then you slide what would be the stock off, and then everything comes out the back of this gun. I'm imagining the first time you do that, this is just gonna launch out with like 100 pounds of force and just go into the wall behind him.
You think it's gonna kick when you...
It's gonna be like the scene in Dragon Ball Z where he shoots the energy ball at Frieza and it like zips past Frieza's head and Frieza's just like ha ha ha, but it explodes behind him and then his eyes are just like what the fuck? It's gonna be like that. That is gonna be like what happens if you release the mainspring on this gun.
All right.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun to use in combat.
Oh, this is so weird. I
looks
hate
good.
it and I love it. Oh, this is so... Okay, so normally that spring would be enough on a Sten gun. On this, that is optimistic.
It's too big.
That's a bed spring. That is not gonna have enough force to hold that bolt closed. Granted, that bolt is seriously like 2.5 feet long.
Yeah.
The thing about this gun is it wouldn't actually work, but like it looks good enough to fool 99% of people.
Would have fooled me.
I would hope that if you're gonna make this thing, that you would have some type of other locking mechanism to hold the bolt shut while it's like firing. But there's no gas tube or anything, so I hope it's like short recoil operated. That would make sense, actually. If it was like short or long recoil operated, then it would make sense as to how this would function. Because then like the recoil spring doesn't have to be that strong. But if this is just a blowback operated 50 BMG, then oh, you're gonna have a bad time. Also, and this is a little nitpicky thing, that little adjustment screw for the cheek riser, that should absolutely be on the other side, because you are going to rip your cheek open the moment you fire this gun.
Yeah?
That's right where your cheek is gonna go.
I guess, yeah.
So yeah, you want that adjustment screw over there.
Maybe it's a
not
left-handed gun.
over here.
Maybe it's a left-handed gun. Alright, so there's a soldier around here named Walker.
Oh!
No.
Wood-stocked FAMAS?
Is it me, or has the Brotherhood stopped engaging us?
Lady, hang on.
Wooden stock FAMAS.
That's cursed.
What? Why is it cursed?
That is cursed.
It's just a FAMAS that...
I love it, but that's oh, and it's got the Troy side. Okay, can I? She's just all about FN firearms.
Sure.
We haven't even started this stupid quest, and I'm like already freaking out about a couple guns.
Yeah, you saw a couple firearms. All right, bullpup assault rifle. There you go.
Ew! It's got the. Wait, what?
You know,
What are the sights? Place your bets now as to which sights am I going to aim through. Is it going to be the ones on the top, or is it going to be the ones down here that are the actual sights for it? Which ones will it be? It was the ones on the top.
Okay, that makes sense.
For anyone that said it was the ones that were on the bottom, you owe me, I don't know, open this video in like 6 tabs and watch them all at the same time. Turn off your ad block too.
But watch it on 360p.
These are arms sights, but not fully completed arms sights. They're missing a couple things. This is so... It's weird that it's wood on the FAMAS.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before, but I don't think it's super strange.
It just means that it would be a lot thicker than normal, and it would be a lot heavier, and there's no reason to make it out of wood.
Well, we are in the post-apocalypse. Supply lines might get disrupted. This might be the best we can do.
If it's like the post-apocalypse, then I guess. But then also, like, how did you get a FAMAS, you know?
Gun owners can't make everything.
It's so goofy that it's made out of wood.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I like it, though. It looks nice. Nice weathered texture on the stock.
Like a wood-stocked AR is a vibe, but like a wood-stocked bullpup is, unless it's the EM2, is kind of like, ugh.
Different strokes for different folks. All right, any more slavers around here?
Ooh, an L85. Didn't even need to buy one. Got one for free. Bullpup Marine Rifle. Yep, it's an L85 with wood instead of polymer like it would normally be. This is based off of the British L85 series of rifles. They're widely regarded as not good. It took all the way until like the A3 version of the gun before they were functioning properly. To give you an idea of how bad the L85 was, the British public, who generally does not really care about firearms or know much about them in general, the British public was aware how bad this gun was.
Wow.
The entire British media at large was like, yeah, this gun is a piece of shit. Why the fuck are our soldiers using a gun that is so fucking terrible? It took a long time before they actually got them to function properly. It is a gun that was designed... This gun is what happens when an engineer designs a gun who has no firearms experience. For example, the receivers were incredibly thin, and you could force the gun to completely jam by pinching the receiver behind where the magazine is positioned.
Wow.
Yeah, they weren't good.
But they're better now.
They're better now, yeah. They're quite heavy. When I was in Iraq and I was coming home, there was a British soldier that was there that he had his L85. I think it would have been the A2. Maybe it was the A3. I can't remember which one it was. He had an L85. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Can I see that? And he was like, yeah, as long as I can look at the M4 that you have. So I handed him my M4. He handed me his L85. My first thought was, fuck, this thing is heavy. It was way heavier than I expected it to be. Interestingly, on the L85, this part on the front that looks like it's got the little hinge on it, that actually hinges open, and that's how you adjust the gas system, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I got to like handle it, and when I looked over, there were like 5 British soldiers that had appeared out of nowhere that were all crowding around my M4, all trying to be like, no, I want to handle it next. No, I want to handle it next.
I want to handle this weapon that's notoriously bad.
No, they wanted to handle my M4.
Oh.
I was the one handling the L85, and I was the only person that was like, oh, this is cool. Like, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
The magazine is also the foregrip.
You're not supposed to do that. Oh, it's got a bayonet. Oh, no, it's a bipod.
Oh, yeah, okay. In third person, you're holding it normally, but in first person, you grab it onto the magazine.
Yeah. And it's got a tangent rear sight. That's interesting because it's got the sling loop from a Finnish Sten.
I figured it was some kind of Sten gun because of the horizontal.
Yeah, and the sling loop right there really the triangle or the pentagonal 1 2 3 4.
It's a trapezoid.
Thank you. The trapezoidal shaped sling loop is definitely copied from a Finnish Sten gun, but it's got a bipod on the front of it, which I know there are some 9mm submachine guns with bipods on them. I know it's not like an uncommon thing. It's just not super common. The bolt is rendered all the way forwards, which...
It means it's not safety.
If it's a Sten gun, would not be in that position because then that means that it's not ready to fire. But it has like the exact same Sten gun magazine. Look how intently Buddy Chicken is listening to me. It has like the same magazine as a Sten gun. It's got the same like magazine architecture, or like the magazine feed well architecture.
It's got the spring in the weapon, you can see.
The rear sight is definitely not the same thing though. Front sight is kind of like off of a PPS H41. The barrel jacket is weird because then it's got cooling holes, but then it also has other holes so it's like there's a second cooling jacket underneath it.
They're not cooling holes. They're speed holes.
They're not
The
speed
gun goes
holes, Mike.
faster.
They're not speed holes. And then it has a wood stock. Yeah, it's. Oh, that's funny. If you do that when you're pressing, when you are in free camera, it pops the Pip-Boy in your hand.
That's silly. Yeah, I think it's a properly rendered rifle. Looks nice. Looks fun.
It would be a submachine gun, Mike. It would be a submachine gun, not a rifle.
My mistake. Apologies.
Oh, interesting. You can actually see the rounds in the magazine.
Oh yeah, nice.
The weird wood-stocked MP5.
Not a fan of it?
It's
quirky?
just strange when MP5s have wood stocks.
It's quirky and fun.
It's just strange.
And stock is a stock.
It's weird when it's the Tropic forend, but it's wood.
Yeah?
This MP5's weird looking. And this one is marked SEF.
Safe, Ingle, and Fire?
No, it's safe. The E is like oh god, what is it?
Oh, it's German?
Yeah, it's German.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's safe.
Ein means one, so
single,
yeah, single
fire,
fire.
and then F is like full fire.
God,
basically.
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Wait, I thought MP5 was an American firearm. It's German?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're German.
Huh.
Yeah, the MP5 is a German gun. Okay,
With an American naming convention?
No, you know what MP stands for?
No.
Machine and Pistola.
I did not know that. I thought all the MP guns were American guns.
I'm sure I'm absolutely butchering the German pronunciation of Machine and Pistol, or however it is.
Well,
sorry.
I was butchering the
Anyway,
origin, so.
So normally the MP5 has what's called a tri-lug adapter, where it's basically got 3 protuberances sticking out of it that are at the 12 o'clock position, the
5 and 7.
5 o'clock, and then the 7 o'clock position, and it's for specific suppressors. This one apparently has a threaded muzzle because it looks like it's got a muzzle thread protector on it. And then the charging handle is also made out of wood, and it's very,
Yeah.
it's very weirdly shaped.
This is gonna be fun to grab.
Yeah, it's interesting that they made this the way that they made this. Also, I think... Ooh,
Oh, game crashed.
game crash.
Sure.
The lugs on the receiver, so that one right there and that one right there, those are too far back. They should be further forward, because that's how you put the claw mount onto it to attach optics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying that this is a bad model. They did a very good job on it. I'm just like, I'm being...
Pedantic.
I'm being pedantic and nitpicking it.
Yeah.
Is this...
I guess.
I'm pretty sure this gun is using the exact same magazine as the MP5 is.
Oh, yes.
I think it's...
the same magazine.
Oh, it isn't a Colt SMG mag. It's using a...
A Sten magazine?
I think it's using a Sten gun magazine. Okay, I was slightly confused. The floor plates on the...
All right, now you gotta go bust open your Pip-Boy and check it out.
Yeah, I gotta look something up really quick.
Oh, I was wrong. It's an MP5 magazine. That makes sense. It's an MP5.
Yeah, so this gun for some reason is using a Sten gun magazine. Because it's a single feed mag.
All right.
And the Sten gun is a single feed magazine.
Huh.
That's interesting. So yeah, when I do the reload, you can see that there's only one bullet sticking out of the top of the magazine.
Yeah.
That's because the Sten gun magazine is a single feed. 22 rifle, which is a Ruger 1022.
All right.
It's basically like, when I get people ask me, like, what's a good 22 rifle to get Ruger 1022?
Man, I love my guns.
I mean, you and me both, buddy. The Ruger 1022 is just, like, incredibly prolific. It's incredibly common. There's tons of parts for them. It's just a simple 22 caliber rifle. They
Hey,
work
shoot
well.
into those tires for safety reasons.
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
This is the test range.
They can't complain now. Just like in the military, just shoot to the tires.
Let's see, what else do we got? Oh yeah, we found the survival pistol, which I wanted to see what it was. Oh, it's a high standard! Oh, it's a high standard pistol.
I don't know what that is.
It's just a 22 pistol. It's a 22 pistol, but I think oh, wait. No, it isn't a high standard, it's a Colt Woodsman.
With an invisible magazine.
Why did I say high standard? They are kind of similar. It's a Colt Woodsman. I'm curious as to why they call it a survival pistol.
Because if you use it in a life or death situation, you'll survive.
I don't know enough about whether this was issued to, like, air crews or something in World War II. That would be my main guess, is, like, pilots would get it as, like, an air crew survival pistol. But yeah, it's just like it's a blowback operated 22 long rifle pistol.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a lot of 22 pistols kind of look the same.
It's not like you need a lot of mechanisms behind it. It's a small bullet. Put the bullet in a slingshot, basically.
Yeah, so there is a Colt Woodsman, and then there is the high standard. And there are military versions of the high standard, but again, it's a 22, so a lot of them were designed as like they're training pistols or target pistols. They're not meant as like a military service firearm. Mm-hmm. Most of the U.S. military used to do a lot of training with like 22 long rifle stuff because it's a really good way to teach people who, you know, may have never actually fired a gun before how to fire a gun. Is you get them this thing that shoots a little tiny 22 caliber bullet. So
ease them into it, yeah.
Yeah, you're easing them into it.
If the concept of a gun scares you, here's the smallest, weakest gun we have.
Yeah, like case in point, it wasn't until the 1960s that a lot of companies even started putting serial numbers on 22 caliber firearms because it was basically considered a toy.
Yeah.
It was like it was basically the next step up from a pellet gun was a 22 caliber gun.
Yeah, yeah.
There are literally instances of some bars having guns in 22 short that you would go to the bar and drink and shoot at stuff indoors with a 22 short.
Yeah, because it's not loud.
It's not that loud. Like 22 short is really not that loud. Anyway.
The coach
Oh
gun.
yeah, the coach gun. Oh, that's weird. The image is like a mare's leg style lever action, but
Yeah.
the actual gun is what I thought it would be.
Okay.
It's a side-by-side 12 gauge.
All right, so just the weird icon.
Yeah, so it's like a sawed-off side-by-side 12 gauge.
Oh, all right.
It looks way bigger than a 12 gauge would though. That looks like a 10 gauge.
It's a 2 gauge for 2 barrels.
No, but like a 2 gauge would be absolutely massive.
Yeah.
I feel like a 2 gauge would just be like a fucking 40 millimeter. I've said this before. Gauge is how many spheres made of lead the diameter of the barrel equal 1 pound. So a 12 gauge is 12 spheres the diameter of the barrel made out of lead equals 1 pound.
Oh, all right.
So a 4 gauge shotgun is 4 spheres made of lead equal 1 pound.
Okay.
So if you have a 1 gauge shotgun,
That's like a cannonball.
that is just a 1 pound sphere of lead. That is how big a 1 gauge shotgun
I
would
didn't
be.
know that. I'm learning today.
I thought I had said that before.
I don't remember
Gauge
that.
is weird.
Yeah.
Gauge is really weird. Except, now that applies to all shotguns in the United States, except for 410. Because 410 is not actually gauge. It's referred to as 410 gauge because it's a shotgun, and we refer to all shotguns as gauge.
Right.
But the 410 is not gauge, 410 is caliber.
Okay, makes
So it's a 410 caliber barrel.
All right.
I don't know what 410 would actually be in gauge. It would probably be like 30 or something. This looks like a 8 gauge shotgun, just how big these shells are.
Right.
When I reload it.
I keep on forgetting that 12 gauge is more powerful than 20 gauge. It's like golf. Lower number is more.
Yeah, I think 20 gauge is kind of underrated as like a shotgun.
I didn't say it was bad.
No, it's not bad, but I personally think that 20 gauge is kind of underrated because 20 gauge, yeah, it has less recoil than 12 gauge, but it's not like that much less.
If you shoot me with a 20 gauge, it's gonna hurt if it don't kill me.
Oh, wait, no, I found the scout rifle. I forgot. I found the scout rifle. I fucking love the scout rifle.
Oh.
I want to get one of these so badly.
Nice.
I want one of these so badly.
Could be good for a scoped weapon. I don't don't normally care for those.
So let me tell you about the scout rifle real quick.
All right.
Okay, so the scout rifle is made by Steyr. It's the same company that made the AUG. And the scout rifle was designed based off of a concept by the famed shooter Jeff Cooper. It's intended more of a hunting gun or what would be considered a guide gun. The concept behind the scout rifle is it's a gun that you carry a lot and then you shoot occasionally. So it's really lightweight and generally you want it to be in a larger caliber. So I believe the original scout rifle concept was it needed to be 30 caliber or larger.
When you say guide rifle, you're just leading people through the forest and you occasionally come across a bear.
You are a guide rifle.
And then you guide it to the afterlife?
A guide rifle in this context is someone that is taking someone else on a large game hunting expedition.
Oh.
So you are the person that knows the area, you know what animals are in the area, you know where those animals like to go, and you are taking this guy to go shoot a buffalo in the face. You could feasibly use this as your hunting gun. The reason it has to be large caliber because it has to be able to take out a fucking water buffalo.
Right, yeah.
So you want it to be in like 308 caliber or larger. Like something like 4570 or something along those lines. The reason the scope is mounted further forward is because, again, this is another practical thing of, usually when you put a scope on a gun, it means that you can no longer use stripper clips to load that firearm.
Why not?
Because the scope is directly on top of the ejection port. So you have to single hand load rounds into it. You can't use stripper clips anymore. So one of the other concepts for the scout rifle is it had to be able to be fed either with stripper clips or with detachable box magazines. So by moving the scope further forward, you can now use stripper clips. This gun doesn't need to use stripper clips because it uses detachable magazines.
Okay.
By putting the scope further forward, it does mean you have to use what's called a longer eye relief scope, but you now have a bigger field of view. Your entire view isn't being taken up by this tube that's right in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's when you're aiming down the gun, you can still see what's around you. So if you are, for example, in this instance, because it is a guide gun, if you are telling the person that is supposed to be taking the shot, there's a water buffalo over there, we're going to be shooting at that one, and you're aiming down the scope at it, and then a fucking lion pops out off to your left, you can quickly turn and shoot at the lion because you had a better field of view.
I understand.
Yes, this does actually have backup iron sights, so you can see that little aperture
Oh, little
right
flip
there.
sight.
Yep, so there's one on the rear,
Okay.
and there is
Oh, the flip side on the front is there.
one on the front. That little serrated part, you pull that forward and the front sight pops up.
Is the scope in the way of that?
The scope is in the way of the front sight. So the iron sights are more of like an emergency sighting system.
If you didn't have the scope on there.
It's more in case your scope just fucking breaks.
All
Like
right.
you dropped your rifle and the scope is broken, you just remove the scope and now you use the emergency iron sights.
Okay.
It has, so the scout rifle has another feature that I think is really cool of, there is a magazine, that is a detachable magazine right there.
It's not sticking out of the firearm, though.
Nope, it's only like a 5-round magazine.
You gotta get your fingernails in that groove and pull
No,
it out.
actually, there are 2 little tabs. You see where the cutout is right there? There's 2 tabs. You push those in and then the magazine just comes out. Those 2 tabs are what lock the magazine in place.
Oh, okay.
There's another one in the
That's
stock.
the magazine release? Is the 2 tabs?
Yep.
Oh.
Those 2 tabs. So you press both of them, you pinch them, and then pull the magazine out. There's another one in the stock of the gun.
Oh, is the stock gonna fire? It's a gun that fires twice.
No, that would be really cool if that was all the way back there. That would be some weird science fiction rifle shit of the magazine is back here and somehow the bullet just magically travels all the way up the pistol grip and no, it doesn't work like that. It's just a second magazine.
Yeah, okay.
So you're carrying a spare magazine on the gun so you can drop the magazine out of the pistol grip, pull the magazine out of stock, pop it into the gun. Now you have 5 more rounds.
All right, cool.
There is a bipod.
Is it inside that stock?
Yeah, it's the handguard.
Oh.
You see where this cutout is right here?
Yeah.
You push in a button on the bottom of the stock. It's not modeled, but it's like right down here in this cutout.
Okay.
You push that button in, and then both sides of the handguard fold downwards and turn it into a bipod. And again, it's not a military rifle. It's not designed for you to be like running and then slamming the gun down onto a bipod. It's really more of just, it's better than just balancing the gun on a rock when you're trying to take a shot.
Yeah.
You can just unfold the bipod legs and set it down. I will say that the bipod legs of this gun, when they fold back up and become the handguard, they make the most god-awful noise that sounds like you have just broken the gun.
Oh.
They make the loudest plastic snapping noise. And it sounds like you literally just broke them in half. Every single time I've handled one of these and I've told someone how to fold the bipod, because I've sold a couple of these to people. Every single time I've told them how to fold the bipod legs up, they fold the bipod legs up and then they just stop and look at me like, oh my god, I just broke it. And I'm like, no, that's just the noise it makes. It makes an absolutely fucking terrible noise.
Do you use a lot of the scout rifles?
I've sold a couple of them to people. I want to get one at some point. I really,
of course you do.
I really do want to get one of these. I think the concept behind this rifle is so cool. It's got so many neat features into it. It's got like, I believe 3 different I think 6 technically different sling points. So that little circular part with the oval shaped hole That is where you attach a sling. And the sling that goes in there is what is called a ching sling. It's a 3-point sling that you can shove your arm through it, and you can basically tension up the sling so that you can get a more stable shooting position while you are standing.
Ah, sounds awful.
It's actually it's a really cleverly designed sling.
No, you told me all 3-point slings are awful except for a different one.
This is one of the only other 3-point slings that actually functions, and it's because it's not really a 3-point sling. It is, but it functions differently than how a normal 3-point sling
Your
does.
elbow is one of the 3 points, so it's different.
Yeah, I think the Steyr Scout is a really cool rifle.
It does seem neat.
There's some really interesting, it's not modeled on this one, but there's some really interesting grooves that are milled into the bolt, so that if you get a case that ruptures while it's firing, it vents all of the gases downwards out through the magazine port. So it basically will blow the magazine out of the bottom of the gun if you get a case that ruptures, instead of blowing the bolt back into the shooter's face. I guess if I had to say something I don't particularly like about the Steyr Scout is, I think they're just now making versions that have a Picatinny rail on the top of it.
Oh.
They use what's called a Weaver rail, which is a different type of rail system, and it means that you can't put a lot of modern optics with an integrated rail grabber onto this gun. You have to use what are called Weaver rail rings, and I'm not as big a fan of Weaver rail stuff.
All right, well, I'm glad they're updating it.
I'm sorry to just go off on a. Oh man, it teleported us really far.
Oh boy, where do we drop that firearm? Oh boy, where did it go? Where do we drop it?
Uh-oh.
Where did that...
Oh.
Whoopsie doodle.
There it is.
Oh, okay. It blends in so well. I'm surprised you found it.
Oh, interesting. This one's in 5.56. So they did actually make scout rifles in 5.56. They just, I think generally they were in 223.
Okay.
Not 5.56.
Right, half the size.
No, it's the same. 223 and 5.56 they are effectively the same caliber.
But 223 is half of 5.56.
No, because
But one's in millimeter and one's in caliber. I know.
One is in
yeah.
millimeter and one is in inches. Yeah, 223 and 5.56 are effectively the same caliber, except that 223 is the civilian version and 5.56 is the military version. Generally, if you have a rifle that is labeled 223 only, you cannot fire 5.56 through it. You might be able to get it to fire, but it's not gonna repeatedly cycle.
If they don't say that on the gun, are they somewhat interchangeable?
Well, if you have a gun that says 5.56, that means it will shoot 223 as well.
Oh, but not the other way around.
Generally not, though now, like modern guns, I've seen a lot of guns that say 223 that will still fire 5.56. So it depends.
Okay.
Basically, everyone that manufactures guns has more or less started making guns that will accept 5.56.
Okay. Is it because it's so widely used?
Yeah, and then there was a whole thing that was created a few years back that was called 223 Wild. 223 Wild is just 5.56.
All right, no difference.
Yeah, it's annoying that.
Oh yeah, are you getting annoyed by all the different types of calibers?
I will agree with you that is very annoying at how many different types there are and why like they get different names. That is infuriating because there is a lot of them and it's hard for me to keep track of all of them inside my head.
Okay.
So I agree with you on that point.
I'm glad we have some common ground there.
Yeah, I agree with you that there are a lot of calibers and
You just don't agree that we only need to have one caliber.
No, I do not agree that we only need to have one caliber. It's
Only rifle caliber and handgun caliber, and maybe sometimes shotgun shell. That's it.
Yeah.
This is the
Anyway.
only calibers.
just like in real life, spending too much money on guns. It's a hobby.
Cut back to that conversation you and I had. Zach, why are you wasting so much money on guns? It's not a waste, it's an investment. I can always resell these.
The it's an investment is a lie we tell ourselves. My wife has brought this up multiple times that like guns are basically just like guitars. It astounds me how similar guitars and guns are.
You waste too much money on them, and sometimes they get stored in guitar cases.
Like, you really, to be completely, like, she's like, I mean, you really only need, like, one or two. And then you have, like, 12 of them. And it's like, why did you get this one? Because I like the way it sounds. That's it! That's the only reason! Alright, what is this anti-personnel rifle?
Scary.
God, it's big! Oh, this is the one that dude had earlier. Mm-hmm. That is a long zoom.
Oh, it'll kill someone from very far away. Yeah, I gotta make sure your aim's not so shaky, though. That's the thing.
Oh my god, it's literally a single shot. You pull the entire... So the bolt is less of a bolt, and it's more a breech block that you are just shoving the round into.
Yeah. Just gotta reload that, and that's your rifle right there.
Good god.
What a monstrosity that is.
What a chungus.
Big chungus.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that didn't look right. Yeah, you literally pull the entire breech face out and change the round that is on it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh my god, I have exploding 50 cal rounds.
Oh my god.
Someone is gonna get obliterated. Oh, what is the name of this?
Submachine gun.
I'm pretty sure that this is a Sights Spectre.
All right.
It's a 9mm submachine gun. Interestingly, it uses coffin mags.
You know, it does not look like the M4 I've used.
No, there's a lot of things that end up with the M4 designation. So it interestingly uses a thing called coffin mags, which are basically like quad stack magazines.
That's only a single stack magazine.
No, it's a single feed magazine. Traditionally, like the magazine that you are used to for like an M4 is what is called a double stack magazine.
Right.
So the bullets are like two on top of each other, and it kind of makes like a little zigzag pattern.
Yeah.
There's also single stack magazines, which is like what a 1911 uses, where the bullets are all just one on top of each other. There's another type that is called a quad stack, or you can call them coffin magazines because of their somewhat resemblance to a coffin.
Oh.
Uh,
I didn't realize there was another type.
Quad stack is basically you now have two double stack magazines that are like next to each other internally in the gun.
Oh!
And then it goes into a double stack, and then now on this one up to a single feed.
Huh.
The advantage of those is you can have more rounds into a shorter magazine, but they are more complex.
Yeah.
So you're trading off the length of the magazine for magazine complexity.
It's more efficient if it works.
Yeah, there's a reason they're not super common, because they don't. It's taken a while to get to a point where magazines work that well. Yeah. But yeah, they're kind of neat. If I recall correctly, this is another. This gun is really weird because it is. It has a double action mode. Most rifles don't have a double action. Double action mode is a thing for handguns. It's really weird that a submachine gun would have a double action mode. But this does.
Huh.
You can decock the hammer on this gun so that your first trigger pull is a long, relatively heavy one. And I guess the reason for that is that way you don't have to disengage a safety.
Maybe.
Because if you have a double action trigger, then you have to actually fully intend to pull the trigger in order for the gun to go off.
Okay.
So it means that now you don't have to like worry about disengaging a safety. You can just point the submachine gun and pull the trigger and it fires.
I guess. I'm very busy in combat. I don't have time to disengage a safety.
Well, that is something that people used to be more concerned with was, well, I don't want a safety on my gun because it's something that I have to disengage. And what if I forget to disengage the safety?
Could be the difference between life and death.
Yeah, the trigger group is double action with a decocker, which is just weird, but cool. I like it. They're neat. So the G36, I wish I could get a better look at this. Oh, this is the machine gun version of the G36. Oh, well, it said support weapon, so I should have realized that because it's got a beta mag in it.
Which only betas use.
The G36, like the traditional one, has an optic that has two optics. The top one is a red dot, and then the bottom one is a magnified optic. And the bottom one looks through this hole underneath the carry handle. From my personal experience, the optic on a G36 is not very good. Like the window you are looking through on a G36 is literally like 1 inch tall. It is the smallest little window you're looking through.
Ah, bummer.
It kind of sucks. And
Luckily
the red dot
you got that scope instead.
The red dot is not much better. Yeah, standard G36. It's just not like the light machine gun version.
How is it different? Different magazine?
Barrel is slightly shorter. Yeah, different magazine.
Oh, no drum mag.
Yeah, no drum mag. So if you look at the reload animation for this one, I hit a non-existent bolt release on the side of the G36.
Ah, yes.
There is no bolt release on the side of the G36.
Just slapping it for good luck.
The bolt release on the G36 is, I don't know if it's actually going to be modeled in here, but the bolt release, the bolt catch and bolt release on the G36 is in the trigger guard in front of the trigger. And it is a little lever that moves up and down.
Oh, okay.
So it's ambidextrous, which is kind of the reason they put it there, so that you can hit it with your trigger finger of either your whether you're right or left-handed.
Yeah. Guns and so
But
few
on
animations.
this one, when I take the magazine out, the bolt suddenly magically is locked to the rear, and you can tell because the charging handle moves backwards.
Mm-hmm.
The bolt is magically locked to the rear, and then I manipulate that.
Yep. A little strange.
It's interesting. I think it's interesting when they do stuff
They
like
do
that.
the best they can with what they have. They don't always have the resources.
I don't mean anything when I bring up stuff like this. I don't mean anything by it unless I say I mean something by it, and then in which case I mean something by it.
And I want you to take this personally.
Yeah, I want you to take this as the wrong way as far as you possibly can up your hole. Oh, it's
an M4 with a camo pattern.
It's not an M4.
Is it M16?
No.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
No, that's got to be an M4 with like.
Nuh-uh.
What is it then? AR-15 civilian version?
It is the Fallout New Vegas version of an XM177.
Okay. How can you tell the difference between an XM177? How do you know?
Because the XM177 has the A1 style carry handle on it, and the M4 has an A2 style carry handle. This is what the rear side of the M16A2 looks like. You'll notice
so it's a little wider and...
You'll notice that it is wide, on this one it's wider. They're generally like the same size in real life. But the M16A2 rear sight is is range adjustable, i.e. the rear sight can move up and down with that wheel on it.
It's got knobs.
And the XM177 or the M16A1 rear sight is non-adjustable for range.
Well, how do you know that's not an M16A1? Because the stock?
Because of the stock and the barrel's way too short.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a collapsible stock.
So it's got the barrel of an M4, in terms of length, and the stock of an M4.
No, because the barrel's even shorter than it is on an M4. XM177 generally had a 10.5 or 11.5 inch barrel, depending on which version it was.
And it does, for some reason, it doesn't have an adjustable rear sight. Isn't that a downgrade? Wouldn't you want to be able to adjust your sight?
I mean, it came out before the M4 did.
Oh, okay. Am I confusing it with the XM8? I think I am.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Apparently you're confusing it for the XM8.
All right.
I don't remember finding this one.
Ooh, it's cool looking.
Baja campaign rifles. It's a flat top with
triangle handguard.
Why is it? It's completely missing any type of gas block in the front.
It's got a nice sight though. That compensates for it.
Well, the RMR is mounted way too low. You would not actually be able to see through the optic if it was mounted that low. I mean, you would. It's gonna suck though. You're gonna have to like roll your entire face over on top of the stock.
Lean your head on the right side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's missing any type of gas block, or I can understand like there not being a front sight on there. That would make sense, like, because that was a thing that they actually did do on some of the M16A2s.
They just forwent the front sight.
They would chop it down. I have to get another one to show you what I mean. But this one is completely missing this is very well modeled, aside from the
sight that you're criticizing for being too low.
This is very well modeled, aside from missing the front sight. Can you actually see a gas tube? No gas tube is visible.
But it would be there. We're just gonna pretend.
If I'm gonna nitpick it, the adjustment for elevation on here would say U or D, not R. I can't remember what it says on the RMR. It would say U or D, and it does not sit proud of the body of the RMR. You see how it's like sticking up slightly?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't do that.
It's protruding.
They basically just copied the thing that says R, or they copied the windage adjustment and pasted the windage adjustment on top of it.
I see. So now they both rotate towards the right.
Nobody's going to notice this. I am the only person that is going to notice that. So one of the things that they would do when they were trying to get rid of the front sight block is you see this flat part right here on the front sight block?
Yeah.
They would basically just chop off the front sight directly above that.
Why would they want to do that? So it doesn't stick out as much?
It's in case you have like a scope or something so that you don't see the front sight.
That makes sense.
Which, like, on magnified, it doesn't really matter.
So you say there's a gas block that's missing on the other one? Where's the gas block on this one?
The gas block is part of the front sight. It's that flat part.
Oh, the gas block is part of the front sight.
Yeah, the gas block is part of the front sight, but basically everything above the flat part is not necessary for the rifle to function.
Is the flat part necessary?
Yeah, the flat part is necessary because that's where the gas tube goes into. There is a hole in the top of the barrel directly above where the sling swivel is.
Okay, so gas would escape out there and you gotta block it off.
No, you're not blocking it off. That's where the gas comes up through the barrel and goes into the gas tube. So the gas tube is pinned into the front sight block. Gas comes up through that hole. I need to find the manual because then that is something that I can actually reference to show you how it functions and not like...
I'll figure out how it functions later and then I'll like...
I don't trust you to figure out how it functions.
I'll definitely confirm with you that I understand how it functions. It's fine.
M16A2...
Wow, this is all very technical. How often have you studied this manual?
I have used this manual more often than I care to admit. I mean, the 23&P manual tells you how to do literally every single thing on an M16 short of, like, I think there's 2 things that it doesn't tell you how to do, which is remove the front sight block.
And how to sell it.
There is, like I said, there is a hole in the barrel on the top of the barrel right here. This has a channel running through it. When the gun is fired, once the bullet moves past where this hole is, the gas pressure is trapped in between the shell casing, which is still in the back of the barrel, and the bullet, which is in the front of the barrel. Gas pressure goes up through the gas block, into the gas tube, and then it travels back into the bolt carrier, and then that is what pushes the bolt carrier back.
Okay.
And
so
ejects the round.
it's a bit misnamed in that regard. It's not plugging it up. It's not a gas block. It's just redirecting the gas towards the tube.
No, you see, you're thinking of the word block as in, like, a thing that is stopping it. It is a gas block.
Yeah, gas plug.
I.e., it is a block of metal that is attached on there that gas travels through.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is one of the older ones, too. I haven't really used this one as much. Because I have the newer versions of this
I
manual.
own the newer versions of the M16 Army manuals.
I mean, I still do. I have them.
Smuggled them out with you when you left.
Not really. They're available for public release, so I just took one.
Oh, okay. They condensed it down from 300 pages to 144. Yay!
Well, no, this one is the operator manual, not the direct support maintenance manual.
Oh, okay. So just less information.
There's a difference because they don't want people they don't want to put the direct support maintenance manual in this one because they don't want the operator trying to rip their entire gun apart, which happens a lot.
Yeah. What was the most common error you found when they went too far with disassembly? What were they disassembling most often that they shouldn't have?
I've seen them punch the entire trigger mechanism out of the gun and then they can't figure out how to get the trigger back into the gun.
Ooh.
Or they do put the trigger back into the gun, but they put the hammer back in first, and then they bend the legs to the hammer spring, trying to get the trigger to go into place. The most common ones that I saw were someone disassembles the trigger mechanism because they're trying to clean it better, and then they can't figure out how to get the trigger back together. And someone reassembles their weapon but forgets to put the buffer and spring into the weapon, and then they pull the charging handle back, and now the bolt is stuck in the rear of the gun.
Oh boy.
Which is relatively simple to fix, but it's like...
But you don't want to have a mishap like that in combat.
No, but I mean, you really also shouldn't be disassembling your gun in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are probably the two most common things that I saw people mess up on, like, reassembling their gun. And then, like, the forgetting the buffer that's just I'm not gonna blame someone for that unless they do it a lot, because that's something that, like, everybody has done that. I have reassembled my gun and forgot to put the buffer into it before.
Yeah, just
legitimately, and then I pull the bolt back and go, ah, fuck, and then now I gotta push the bolt back forward and then take it apart and put the buffer back into it.
Yeah.
It happens.
Just do what I do. Never disassemble your weapon that far. I guess you don't have the
Clean your
luxury.
gun.
What was that?
Clean your gun.
Clean your gun. I can clean my gun. I just don't have to disassemble it down to its bare bones.
If you want your gun to be clean, you have to take the buffer out of it. Oh, I have also seen people try to jam Q-tips into the gas tube to try to clean it out.
Right.
And now there's Q-tips stuck in it.
Yeah. How would you get the Q-tips out of there?
You don't. You just replace the gas tube.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even pull it out, huh?
Not really. Like, if you really wanted to, and it was the only one you had, I guess you could, like, take the gas tube out of the M4, and then use compressed air to try to launch the Q-tips out of the whatever's stuck in there out through the gas tube. But like, it's easier just to replace the gas tube.
Yeah, isn't that wasteful to throw away rifle parts?
Not if they're filled with Q-tips because some idiot jammed 3 of them in there.
Okay. You just gotta fix it. That's all.
Oh no, I got a Q-tip stuck in the gas tube. I better put another Q-tip in there to get it out. Oh no, I got that Q-tip stuck in the gas tube. I better put another Q-tip in there to get it out. Oh no, I got another Q-tip stuck in the gas tube. I better jam this lacing wire in there to get it out. Oh no, the lacing wire got stuck in the gas tube.
It's the same kind of person who comes home without shoes on because their basketball got stuck. They throw the shoes up and try and dislodge the basketball. Yeah. I see what you're saying. It just seems like just use compressed air to shoot it out if you have the opportunity.
The thing is, you don't. As the operator, you don't. As the armorer, you don't.
You don't have compressed air?
No, you don't. You're not supposed to remove the gas tube.
Right.
And generally, in order to remove the gas tube on an M4, in order to remove it, there is a tiny, tiny, tiny pin that holds the gas tube in place. So you have to remove that tiny pin, and then you have to take the gas tube out, and then rotate it, and kind of like wiggle it past the front sight post to get the gas tube to come out of the upper receiver.
So obviously they shouldn't be disassembling the gas tube. But if they do theoretically get a Q-tip stuck in there, you can just get it out with compressed air. Unless putting the Q-tip in there damages the gas tube.
No, you can't get it out there with compressed air.
You just said you could.
There's no easy way to get the compressed air into the gas tube without removing the gas tube from the gun.
Okay, so you're saying the operator shouldn't use compressed air, but whoever's fixing their
I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm saying that there's not a good way to do it.
Oh, okay.
In order, if let's just in this hypothetical, no, it's fine.
Okay, we're moving on.
Don't worry about
No,
it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't disassemble your gas tube. That's the bottom line. Got it. All right, let's grab some Brahmin.
Or just don't put Q-tips in the gas tube to begin with.
Yeah, that's also. Yeah, don't just. Yeah.
It's a Sig P. No, it's a Sig P220 if it's in 45. What the hell? Oh, yeah, it's a Sig P220. Oh, with a rubberized Hogue grip on it.
Hogue grip.
I'm not a big fan of Hogue.
Aside from the grip, it's probably fine, right?
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. The Sig P220 was, oh, there's a baby chicken here.
Aww. A
Oh.
lot of foot traffic, though. A little worried for him.
The Sig P220 was, I believe, one of the guns that was entered in the 1980s U.S. Army pistol trials. It didn't end up winning, and there were a wide variety of factors, but the primary factor was cost. Basically, the Berettas were cheaper.
I see.
Yeah. I think one of the other things that maybe the Army didn't like as much was that the 226 and the 220 don't have a safety on them.
Oh, wait, they don't, huh?
No, they have a decocker. The lever that's in the front is the disassembly lever. The next lever in is the decocking lever, and then the third lever is the slide release lever. So basically what you end up doing with this gun is when you have a round chambered in there, if you're going to be holstering the gun, you use the decocker, which puts the hammer on double action. So now you have a long, relatively heavy trigger pull in order to fire the gun. Really, when you decock it, the only way for you to fire the gun is if you actually pull the trigger on it. What did I just find on one of them? Oh, I think it was like security something. Oh, no, I think it was the tactical 9mm submachine gun.
I haven't seen that before.
It's like a Jatimatic, I think is the name of it.
That's got a weird front sight.
Yeah, it's goofy.
All right.
It looks like it's tapered downwards towards the front. When you look at this gun,
It does look like it's going downward, doesn't it? Yeah.
so when you look at this gun, I know I'm holding it at kind of a weird angle. When you look at this gun, it looks like the barrel is pointing out at like an upward angle.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see what you're saying.
But that's because the entire gun is built in line with the barrel going this way.
It looks like the barrel's bent.
It looks like it was designed poorly.
Yeah.
That is legitimately how this gun looks.
So weird.
The reason it looks like that is because it's supposed to direct the recoil impulse more like straight backwards.
Okay, I can kind of get that.
As opposed to the gun trying to climb on you. So it's supposed to help with recoil mitigation.
Okay.
I believe that this fold down vertical grip is also the charging handle for the gun. I'm pretty sure that's the case. You basically grab the vertical grip and pull it backwards to charge the gun. Also, I think this gun might have a double action trigger on it.
Gun looks like a rooster. It's got a waddle on it.
Yeah, it does. It looks fucking. It looks weird. It's not a bad weird. It's just kind of strange.
Well, strange can be off-putting. If you're trying to sell these guns, then I can understand.
Well, I mean, they didn't really sell many of them. I don't know why. It's
I can speculate.
All right. Well, let's go to Sioux Town, and I'll pawn this Jatimatic gun off on somebody.
Never even heard of a Jatimatic.
Yeah.
Yes, look at it. It's nice. It's not bad.
They did a good job modeling it. The problem is that it's an M14.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're not a fan of M14s. I don't know why you got so excited about it.
Oh, okay. So I saw the skeletonized stock, and I thought it was a Beretta BM59, and I got really excited. But it's not a BM59. It's an M14 with a side folding stock. So if you want it, you can have it.
All right. I don't really want it.
Also, we found a Marine service rifle, which is an M16A2. I don't like how I did that reloading animation.
Not a fan.
No, the way when I pull out of my inventory. They did a really good job modeling this. Holy crap. The only little detail that I'm noticing that would be like incorrect is the back of the stock does not have a trapdoor on it.
Oh,
Which,
yeah.
Why would you put that on there?
Well,
no one is ever gonna look at that.
Where else are you gonna store your cleaning kit?
I am the only person that is going to look at that and notice that. Wait, I did notice one thing. Okay, that might just be a side effect of how the gun is modeled, because that looks more like the straight delta ring assembly as opposed to the angled delta ring assembly, which the A2 has. The previous versions had one that was just a cylinder. The later versions had one that had the sides are more tapered out. And, like, you can see it is actually tapered.
Yeah, I can see the taper on this one.
But it's very, very slight. And it is slightly more exaggerated on the actual one.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so the U.S. Army Ordnance Board had already, like, dumped all of this time and money into the M14 project, which was just, like, an absolute dismal failure, Michael. It was pathetic. None of it had worked properly, and it was all this effort to convert an M1 Garand into a magazine-fed rifle, which is really funny because, like, the Italians did it successfully with the Beretta BM59. They just took an M1 Garand and then made it magazine-fed, and it actually, like, worked properly. I don't know what they did entirely on the inside of it, but there were a lot of problems with the M14. Anyway, it was mostly because the U.S. Army Ordnance Board had a real problem with adopting weapons. Just ignore what's happening over there. Don't worry about that, Michael. They had a real problem with adopting weapons that they personally didn't design. So even though they were getting all this positive feedback from operators in the Vietnam and Laos region about this new AR-15 derivative, they really didn't want to accept it because they hadn't personally made it.
Your first gun rant. Oh, you're so privileged, Michael.